Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and we've got some more Gym Leader Challenge action here featuring Matt, who unfortunately is no longer around. He hasn't died, he's just moved on back. I think he was here for university, so is now home, not at university. Yeah, that sounds about right. Simran has done the same. On the left, Philip Rowley with the Big Island Hawaii World Championships. I believe that's 2012. I got the EUIC 2023 Matt. For Matt's Matt. Yeah, so this is a best of 3. This was also at AFK Gaming in Newton Abbot on the 2nd of June. And looks like the coin flip here. It's going to be heads. Who won? Nobody knows. I mean, these two know. Maybe we can skip some of the fluff. What are the decks that they're playing? Well, I don't want to spoil it because they're doing the prize cards right now. Oh no, they're not. They're doing the hand, of course. Hand comes before the prize cards, Danny. And as you can see, Phil is playing Dark, and it looks like he's got the Hooper, and it's going to be against Psychic. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh, weakness. No, in fact, if I'm not mistaken, Matt's deck entirely consists of Pokemon that are not weak to Dark. So it's actually somewhat of a fair fight here. Phil's going to take at least one mulligan. He's going to sip some good luck juice coffee as well. A little bit of hand action there, just make sure that Matt knows who's in charge. Oh, he's going to be cutting him. That's one of Phil's very few cuts of the day. Obviously trying to cut him into a basic. Phil just wants a good game. You can see the Bridget. And there's the Pheasantipity. So the Pheasantipity, when it's got the Dark's Energy attached, in order to do damage to it, I believe you flip a coin, and if heads doesn't work, same as the old Dragapult as well. And it's going to be Phil starting here. He's opening the Hooper, and here comes Quick Ball discarding Distressed Land, is it? Something like that? Desert Land? Desert Ruin? No, not Desert Ruin. Anyway, it's something. It doesn't matter, it's in the discard pile. And it's just going to start by checking which of his goobers he has access to, what is in the prize cards. And I just played Town Map, so there is a potential opportunity for him to flip over his prize cards and make life a lot easier for himself. He's just going to go for his second deck search here to see what he has available. No doubt looking for that early Galarian Wheezing to just lock out the game, which Dark does so well. No, it's going to be opting for the Spiritomb here. I didn't actually see if Coughing was in the deck or not, so maybe Coughing is prize. And is just going to straight away build Spite whilst shuffling his deck. Multi-talented individual is Phil, able to do abilities while shuffling. I do see another Darkness Pokemon there. Is that the Liepard? It's going to be a pass. And let's see what Matthew can do. Eyeing up the Bridget makes sense. Just going to start the game getting some Pokemon into play. Now, I did find out recently that actually, for the most part, Clavel makes a better 3 Pokemon starter, providing that your starters don't have, I believe that's 120 HP. Eyeing up Tinkaton, Tinkatink, of course, not the Tinkaton. Now, I also did play against Matt in this competition. It was a struggle. Of course, Psychic has that Mew bench barrier, and of course I was playing Fighting, so I was also weak to his deck. Almost every Pokemon in my deck was weak to his, so very difficult. And we're going to see the Munkidori and the Ralt come into play. I'm assuming he did check for the Gardevoir and all the other bits for Tinkatink. Tinkatuff, that is, I believe. The stage 1. The stage 1's historically are the hardest ones in the Pokemon franchise to remember, because it's just sort of a stepping stone. Got Psychic Energy onto the Pheasantipity. And oh yeah, we do see the Gardevoir in hand at Shining Arcana. It's going to be straight up 30 damage off the top with the Pheasantipity. I believe it does more damage for the energy attached to him and his opponent's active. And the reply, Bridget is the Gloria. As far as Gym Leader Challenge is concerned, it is the same card. However, the text does vary, and the name is different, so you can play both, which is nice. Different from Lysander and Boss's Orders, which I think is a good call, having 2 boss in a deck plus Guzma. It's pretty wild. and is eyeing up the big Guzzlord, just getting into play early. Going to be an aggressive power play, and of course Guzzlord with that 4 energy attack does draw an extra prize card when it knocks out, so pretty busted. No doubt Phil will be building Spite on the Spiritomb, getting ready for that big knockout attack. 10 plus 30 for each damage counter on the Spiritomb. It has 60 HP. So it's going to be able to set up big damage. And I think with Dark in Gym Leader's Challenge, for the most part, there's not really any good Stage 2s, and there are a very limited amount of Stage 1s as well that are any good. So it makes sense to just kind of load up on the big basics, focus on aggression. There's not a massive amount of setup Pokemon or draw. There is that Lipard, discard and draw, same as trade. Oh, I think it is trade, isn't it? But I think that's probably the only one. It's going to build... Oh, yep, it's going to build Spite and pass. Yeah, not a lot else for Phil to be doing here, so going to give Matt another chance to get things set up. We did spy a double colourless energy as well in deck there. There's some darkness energies. Here's Kelia. We all know what Kelia does. If you're paying attention at all in the Pokemon TCG in the last sort of year, 2 years, is it 2 years now? Big card this. Refinement. Certainly refining the meta, so should we say. I see Guzma in hand as well. Going to have some options to be able to Guzma up some big Pokemon, take knockouts where needed, but eyeing Clara. A little bit early to be playing Clara. Oh, okay, he's going to be... Yeah, okay, so we're going to refinement the Clara. Discard the Clara and draw 2 with the Killia. Gives the opportunity to use the Iono and the Marnie, if he so chooses. Probably knows that Phil maybe doesn't have an awful lot in hand, wasn't able to attach energy. Yeah, okay, so there's the Ionos. Opting to save Marnie. Interesting choice. It's going to leave both players. Nice little camera shuffle, camera movement there, guys. He's going to give Phil more cards, but he's also going to give himself more cards as well. I think from Phil's body language, he's probably a little bit happier with this. There's Tinker Tough. No need for rare candy in this game so far. Just going to be manually evolving the old-fashioned way. Here's Aurora Energy. Discard a card from your hand in order to attach. Discards the Mew. Knows full well that Dark GLC does not have any bench snipe. And it's going to be Pheasantipity for 60? Looks like it. Cool. 30 HP left for the Hooper. Pulls it into the Versus Seeker. Oh no, there's not a lot else in hand. Has Level Ball. Can't Level Ball the Lipard. Lipard's got 100 HP. What can you Level Ball? I don't think it's any targets. No, I think the coughing seems to be prized. So there's no targets there. Kind of annoying. Is definitely one of the downsides of Lipard. I mean, obviously in the modern standard, it's not a downside anymore because Level Ball has rotated. But up until that point, it was something that you could definitely hold against Lipard. It's going to be Cynthia and Caitlin. You need, I believe you need a support in your discard pile to use that. Oh, okay, he's going to get the Gloria. Yeah, makes sense. And draw 3. 3 not dead cards, but nothing overly useful yet. He's going to be able to build Spy. It has free retreat off of that stadium. There is the Dark City. Okay, so he's going to be able to use Zoroark's ability to put itself into the active spot, and then the free retreat of Dark City means that he's going to get the 90 punch this turn, which is nice. But does leave him open to an easy KO. Once again, only got 30 HP left on that Hooper. Very good Hooper, the Assault Gate Hooper. Saw play in Standard, as well as in, of course, in GLC for Dark. And yeah, it looks like he's done the above action. So he's used he used Zoroark's ability to swap in and then through shoot off the Dark City. And then, as you saw there, the dice roll, the coin flip for the Pheasantipity. If it was heads, it would have done nothing. Kind of annoying. All right, Evo Solo, you got 2 choices. Now we know for a fact that Gardevoir was available. Here's Tinkerton as well. So Tinkerton's going to allow a lot more draw. I believe it's the same as Refinement, but you get 3 cards, if I'm not mistaken. Discard 1, draw 3. So very good now. Is able to see 5 fresh cards this turn, thanks to those 2 abilities. Attaching the Darkness Energy to the Monkey Dory is going to be activating Adrena Brain as well, being able to move through those counters. Oh, it's actually just going to get straight the knockout. Yeah, okay, there's an easy prize there. Easy prize. And we're going to see, yep, so we're just playing around the dice. Hooper is gone. Forgot to build Spite, fielded last turn. I don't know, it could have been intentional. Doesn't know quite how much Spite he needs. Going to opt to allow this Purloin to hit the bin. Matt just double checking he hasn't already used the support of this turn, which is fair because he did do that against me. Let's see here. We've got the frog crystal. The fog crystal is very good. Okay, we're going to see what's in those prize cards, and gonna be able to pull out. What even is that? Oh, that's an is that an Inkay? Looks like an Inkay. Gonna be pulling the Inkay out. Getting ready for that. Man, what is that thing it evolves into? The thing that accelerates energy. Oh, has the parallel city as well. Gonna be able to get rid of that dark city. The free retreat pivot no longer available for field there. Dark city goes. Hasn't realised yet. There you go. Cool. Yeah, that goes in the bin. Malamar. Inkay evolves into Malamar, everyone. Well, yeah. Okay. We got there in the end. We got there in the end. No need to shout at the monitor. We got there in the end. Has a reversal engine in hand. Not going to be able to do anything with that for a while because it is up on prizes and going to be up on 2 prizes. Trubbish. Okay, so we've got some Garbodor action potentially as well. Which Garbodor are we playing though, Matt? I'm not really sure. Is the lock-in one even available? Must be, right? Fog Crystal. Yeah. Is that the hand? Is it 1 card? Haven't done Refinement yet. Oh, there's a few cards there. I see N and a Cynthia as well. So lots of shuffle. I'm not going to be able to do it this turn, of course. There's Refinement, yeah. Seeing that special psychic energy. So we're just checking discard pile, seeing what he's got available. Oh, we're just playing. Are we playing Garbotoxin Garbodor? Jesus. Surely not. It just gets rid of abilities. Surely that's not the one, right? Maybe it's Trashalans? Ah, well, we might find out. We might find out which Garbodor is in play. Pheasantipity takes a second prize card here, and I believe, yeah, I believe this is going to activate. Is this going to activate the Beast Ring? Attach return. Yes, there it is, the Beast Ring. Opponent has 4 prize cards. Is going to search for 2 energy and attach it to his Ultra Beast. Such a powerful combination in Gym Leader Challenge. Has been absolutely demolishing and criminalizing people with this ability since Gym Leader Challenge first happened. Phil was a big fan of Dark and does get the coin flip in his favor there, evening up the prize cards. May have been a good idea to keep hold of that reversal energy now. No, it's a different Garbodor. Thank God for that. Okay. Phil does have to read it because who the hell plays this? I believe that does more damage for each tool. For each item card in your opponent's discard. Oh, right, Christ. Trashalanch. Well, that's actually pretty good. That is actually pretty good. Definitely going to be building up. Yeah, okay. So if Phil's now look, Jesus Christ, how much does it do? Got a few balls in there. Got trainer mail. Of course, that beast ring, the Versa Seeker. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. I think we're seeing 100 off of the Garbodor at the moment. Pretty good for 1 energy, of course. And okay, yeah. So Phil just saying, can you tap your card so that I know and you know and everybody knows that it's in use, that it's being used. Haven't seen that Tinkerton ability. I don't think actually used yet. And yeah, it is a discard a card, draw 3. Of course, special energy attached to Tinkerton, it is going to do 160 damage. Oh, sorry, excuse me, 180 damage. My God. Not too shabby. Does already have that special energy. We got Shining Arcana Gardevoir. Does get to do Shining Arcana, which is hence the name Shining Arcana Gardevoir. Twins. Yep. So Matt did have a Pokemon knocked out last turn, so he's going to be able to search the deck for any 2 cards. Eyeing up. Is it Malamar? It is Malamar. Yeah, yeah. I'm tripping. I thought it was. Had a moment there where I thought it was Mischievous, but of course it's not. Or Mismagius, but of course that evolves from Mischievous. See the 2 cards there. I believe one of them is that Malamar. So it's going to be able to start accelerating energy. And I think this is going to be able to just knock out. Yeah, 180 damage. Of course, yeah. It's just going to knock out this Guzzlord. Wow. I think Phil forgot to build Spike again. That Spiritomb could be on 4. I was going to wish it was on 4 because the Tinkerton's got a lot of HP. Or was that just the same turn? It might have just been the same turn. No, it wasn't the same turn, was it? It wasn't the same turn. I think I got too caught up in doing all of the shenanigans. Energy from the Malamar goes onto Tinkerton. Floatstone's going to give the Munkidori the free retreat, which is groovy. Don't know what else there is to do here. Supporter has been used for turn. Yep, there's that free retreat from the Munkidori. Big swing of the hammer from Tinkerton is going to take Matt's 3rd prize. All that effort setting up the big Guzz, all for naught. See, now the Spiritomb can only do 90 damage if you build Spike one more time, which is just not quite cutting the mustard. Pokegear 3.0 finds Piers. And Rescue Stretcher gets the Guzzlord back. Dark Patch straight onto Guzzlord. He is going to want to do it again by the looks of it. It's probably the only thing that's going to save him here. Yep, so Piers does search for a Darkness Pokemon and a Special Energy. It doesn't specify Special Darkness Energy, just Special Energy. Showing off the Weavile. But also got the Galarian Moltres, of course. Galarian Moltres is great option late game. Caps out at 270. Say caps out. There's not much in Gym League Challenge that is going to be able to take 270 damage. There goes that double colorless energy. That doesn't even build Spite again. Can he not build Spite? What's going on? Is he not able to? If I missed something. Just choosing not to build Spite. Could be strategic. Oh, of course, because of the Munkidori, of course. Yeah. So, if he does build Spite, Munkidori just knocks him out. Oh, yeah, and it's just going to scoop it up. Yeah, okay. If you knock out the Guzzlord again, there's nothing I can do. I think Coughing was in the prize cards, and so was the basic Weavile. Sneasel? That seems right, Sneasel. So yeah, so those two quite key potential Pokemon there. Coughing, obviously, you want early doors to evolve into Galarian Weezing, lock out your opponent's abilities, slow them down. You've got all these rush down attackers as well to set up. Difficult game one for Phil. Can't really get much going right from the start, and that Iono didn't really do much for him either. But great setup there for Matt. Was able to establish 2 stage 2s, and then also establish that Malamar for the accelerating energy, and the danger looming from Garbodor later on. And we're seeing here, even in Gym Leader Challenge, just how powerful Munkidori is. Could have seen some more from the Pheasantipede, but was unfortunate with the dice rolls. I will assume that Phil's going to choose to go first again, since I believe he won the coin flip and chose. Well, actually, I don't know that he won the coin flip and chose first, but I think maybe he chooses second because he gets that turn one. Oh my god, he gets the coughing. Okay. Well, we're going to see if he chooses first or second. And it's going to be into the Mew here, the bench barrier Mew. Now, last game, Mew did get binned off with refinement, so it's not a Pokemon he's going to want in play. And yeah, okay, so judging from body language there, you can see that Matt was going to go first. So Phil, assuming he finds an energy, I can't see every card in that hand, but assuming he finds an energy, he's going to get the turn 1 Ascension. Let's hope that Weezing is in the deck. Got the Mysterious Treasure, discard a card in such a deck for a Psychic or Dragon, either Pokemon or basic Pokemon. It's always a bit of a struggle talking about cards from an era that you actually didn't play. So I didn't really play the Sun Moon stuff. I sort of rejoined during COVID, during the late end of the Sun Moon stuff, and wasn't really too important to me. That's going to be opening the game here with a little prize card check. Now let's just think about all the different things that the Galarian Weezing is going to be able to lock off. So Galarian Weezing is going to lock off Refinement. It's going to lock off that Mew that's in play. It's going to lock off the ability for Malamar to accelerate energy. It's also going to lock off that Tignatom to be able to draw in cards as well. So this is going to be a tough one for Matt. So that it seems like with Gym Leader Challenge, you're either playing a deck that's very heavily ability reliant, or one that plays next to none. The ones that play next to none are tend to be very much basics and or stage. Oh, there's the Darkness Energy straight off the top, and there's the town map as well. So he's going to know exactly what's in prize cards. Dark City, don't like to see that. Oh, and the Dark Patch and Guzzlord. Matt, happy to see Guzzlord there. Not going to be able to get that powered up. But of course, Phil here is going to be very happy to know that Galarian Weezing is available. Ooh, do you get rid of the Evo Soda? I think you just do. Although it would be nice to have Evo Soda to be able to set up the Lipard, knowing full well it is actually available this game. So yeah, what I was saying about Gym Leader Challenge decks, they tend to either be big basics and maybe a few stage 1s, which is what Phil is playing here. Minimal use of abilities, sort of rely on the top deck, aggression, or there's going to be decks like Grass, and what we're seeing with the Psychic type, which is a lot more setup. Psychic, though, somewhat uniquely has a lot of disruption as well. And what is going on here? Okay, yeah, so it does Bird Keeper to draw 3 and switch the active, and then plays down the Scoop Up Net to pull the Purloin back into the hand, play it down once again. So it's a shame to lose Evo Soda there for Phil, because he's going to want to be able to find that Lipard at some point. But is able to show off this fancy Darkness Energy he's got. I believe that play Pokemon 1 in there is shiny. And as you can see, Ascension for Weezing. I don't even know what that is. I mean, I can't even see what that card is. That could be anything. That is a Stadium, and it does something. So we're just going to see how the game interacts with the Stadium. What is it? Psychic Pokemon take less damage or something? I can't read that from here. And it's going to be Cynthia. Classic Gym Leader Challenge here, guys. One person bricks a little bit while the other one sets up, and then you flip it on its head, and the other person bricks. And then the first person sets up. So this is There's a standard gym leader challenge. We might get a powerful game. But I think that wheezing is just going to cause such a problem. I don't want to call it too early, but the wheezing is definitely going to cause a huge problem here for Matt. There's just not a lot in that hand either. What is that on the end? I can't see that. Do you just attach the reversal in preparation, I suppose. Mew is gonna have to. It's gonna be gone, isn't he? Somehow there's damage done to the purloin. It must have been the stadium. What does that stadium do? My God. Is that Dimension Valley? Is that what that says? I think it does. Let's Google it. And when I say Google, I mean PKMN cards. Oh yeah, Dimension Valley. Each psychic Pokemon's attacks costs. Oh right, okay. So each psychic Pokemon's attack costs less. So he's just used Mew's first attack there. Well, his only attack there, which puts 3 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Okay, that makes sense. And it's gonna be a Marnie here for Phil. He's gonna be able to build Spite. Chooses not to. But Mew is now quadruple poisoned. Takes 4 between turns, so he's going to be KO'd going into Phil's turn. And this is really the situation that Phil really wants to be in, where he's able to cause poison and then for his opponent to be poisoned into his turn, where he has power over the board state. And yeah, if the Mew is stuck in the active spot here, then it's going to get knocked out. But you don't really want to put the Ralts out. Iono might see some cards. That Matt wants. I think Phil's pulled into a blinder though. See air balloon, I can see double colourless energy. Bravery charm on the Mew, wants it to survive. This will mean it survives going into Matt's turn, I believe. Is it plus 50 HP? So he's got 100 now. Oh, he's got 110. Yeah, so he's going to survive going into Matt's turn, which is more like a traditional knockout. So it gives Matt some more options to actually play with. But still, that wheezing is just causing problems here. Now, if Phil has the lost vacuum, he has already played the field blower, so if he had lost vacuum, could be an easy knockout for the Mew, and would actually win the game here. Chooses this turn to build Spite. Clearly remembered it. Bridget. Can't be a lot left for him. I suppose it's not under a certain HP, is it? Are we going to see Guzzlord? No, Guzzlord's in the prizes right there, you silly fool. But we are going to see the Zorua. That Zoroark, which did a little bit of work in the last game, is potentially going to see some play here. Going to be able to trade in or swap in, whatever the ability is called. Going to be able to switch into the active. I believe the attack's called Mind Jack, although I may have just made that up. Zora hits the field. Hooper hits the field. I'm pretty sure Bridget by text puts them onto the bench, but yeah, it almost looked like Phil was playing it from hand, but that is not how the card works. And that's just like pass, really. Pass/poison is just a knockout for 4 more prize cards. 4 more damage counters, excuse me. Okay. I'm going to double check Bridget. What is he doing here? I think he's putting it back into... Is he putting it back into his deck? Okay, fine. And that is going to be a scoop up from Matt there. Yeah, nothing really happened. I can't spell Bridget. There it is. Put them on. Yeah, so it is put them onto your bench. So I think Phil potentially just misread or didn't fully understand the card. Thought that they went to hand. They of course do not. If you wanted to do that, I think you should play is it Clavel? We've got time. Let's just look up Clavel. Let's see here. PKMN cards. Clavel. That's not how you spell it. I don't know. I can't spell it. We'll just focus on the game at hand, shall we? Going into game 3, Matt is going to be able to choose who goes first or second. Probably going to choose second. It seems like a good format to be going second. Or should I say a good meta to be going second in this Gym Leader Challenge format. When Phil finally is done shuffling his deck. There we go. And we're going to be getting ready for game 3 here. One apiece. That's a lot of Pokemon in Phil's hand. I didn't see what Matt had. Won't have to wait for too long. These players are going to want to get this game wrapping up. It's going to be the Hooper start in against the Monkey Dory again. We're going to be seeing probably an attached pass. Yeah. No supporters. Oh no, there's a Tantalizer there. So is next turn going to be able to refresh the hand? All the Tinker Tink off the top. Professor's Letter and Level Ball to work with. Oh, and Mysterious Treasure. There's quite a lot for Matt to work with here. I think save the Level Ball for the Keelia, right? Professor's Letter first to hit the table. Let's make sure Keelia is in the deck. Gonna eye up the Darkness Energy. No, we're not going to check for the Keelia. We're just going to play the game. And going straight with the Level Ball. Eyeing up Inkay for the Malamar. Matt's current strategy here is to check half the deck. An interesting strategy. Going to be prepping that Malamar to accelerate energy. Oh, what am I talking about? Eyeing up the Keelia. There's not even a Rolts in play. There's a Rolts in play now. Okay. Now, worth mentioning here is it's technically an incorrect thing. Phil's just given up. He can't be bothered. It's actually technically incorrect that Matt did the played the Tinker Tink before Professor Letter, because there's no guarantee that Tinker Tough and Tinker Ton are in the deck. So you should technically play the Professor's Letter first, check that everything's in the deck, and then play it down, because else you might end up just with a lone Tinker Tink sat on the bench doing nothing, which is not ideal. Same as that Fog Crystal is not ideal there, jumping out, leaping its way out of the deck. Monkey Dory here primed, ready to move some damage counters off of itself, potentially, if we see that Hooper for 90. Assault Gate, in order to activate Assault Gate, you would need to go to the bench first. Classic thinking move there from Matt, just like flicking the hand. Helps you think for sure. Helps you see all the big brain plays. Now I think he's eyeing up. He's got that stadium again, the Dimension Valley. If he'd attached a Psychic Energy to the Monkey Dory, he could have actually done 60 damage confusion here. It's going to be Air Balloon on Hooper, giving it that all-important fruit tree. Oh, he's eyeing up the coughing straight away and very furiously making sure. Can you get basic energy with Piers? You must be able to. But of course, eyeing up. Oh yeah, an energy card. Cool. Eyeing up the Galarian Wheezing. Galarian Wheezing is going to shut off the Monkey Dory. Is going to shut off any potential Keelia. Is going to well, it shuts off the main talking points of every Pokemon currently on Matt's board. Now they don't all have abilities yet, but Keelia does, Tinkaton does, Malamar does. Really, I think one of the best cards that Matt could get right now, I don't even know if it's in his deck, would be Escape Rope. Escape Rope would be great. You could just get the Monkey Dory onto the bench. You can get the Hooper out of the active spot, and does get a Marnie off of the Pokegear. Do you Marnie whatever Phil has in his hand? Obviously, Matt doesn't know what Phil has in hand. It looks like Phil's shuffling up though. That could just be a power play. Phil is that kind of a toxic player where he could do that sort of thing. Or it could just be a sign that Matt has said, yeah, I'm going to play Marnie. But it looks like, no, it looks like it is a power play here from Phil because Matt is eyeing up the Bridget. Now he's eyeing up Dimension Valley. Now he's eyeing up Field Blower. Field Blower's pretty good. Getting rid of Air Balloon is annoying. Phil's just like, yeah, come on then, do your money. No. And there's the hands. And then Matt's like, what? I never said I was going to play Marnie. So Phil now working with the Jank. To be fair, that is a Bird Keeper in hand. He can Bird Keeper and then pivot with that Air Balloon. And he's going to play Iron Valiant. Phil's straight in there. What the heck does this do? So if you've played a future supporter this turn, it's 3 energy attack, does 200 damage. With Dimension Valley in play, that's a nice 200 damage for 2 energy cards. So pretty good. You can also stack, I believe, the top of your deck with its first attack. So yeah, he's playing that Iron Valiant. Pretty spicy. Definitely pretty spicy. And one of the few things in Matt's deck that doesn't really benefit from ability. We're going to see 60 in Confusion. 70 in Confusion. Don't know where the extra 10 came from. I must be missing something. Pretty sure Monkey Dory is a 60. Oh, yep. Okay, yep. There we go. Feel like, is that it? Only does 60. That sucks. And of course, Bird Keeper putting the Glaring Weezing onto the bench means that no more Confusion. Happy days. Next time Monkey Dory does hit for 16 Confusion, it's not going to matter because Phil can just pass because the poison is done. Oh, there is the Escape Rope. Escape Rope nowhere near as important now. Now Matt could do Retreat, Escape Rope, Adrena Brain, 60 damage Confusion to whatever gets put active. The Escape Rope is still really good here for sure. Yeah, okay, yeah, Matt knows straight away that the Escape Rope is super important. But do you retreat off a Float Stone first so that you can use the attack of Monkey Dory? Is the only Pokemon to play with energy. Yeah, I think Matt's coming to that conclusion himself as well. You play up something like the Trubbish that you're never going to attack with this turn, or the Inkay, of course. And it's going to be pretty obvious. Yeah, that's not actually how Escape Rope works, Matt. You know, you let Phil play up first, but it doesn't matter. He's very clear about what he's going to play up. I don't think Phil was ever going to put the Sneasel into the active, so not too important this turn. For this turn, Adrena Brain is now activated. I think you got to chase down the Weezing. No, opts to chase down the Hooper. I suppose if you do boss the Sneasel, you can Adrena Brain it later. There's Marnie. Finally playing that Marnie that Phil shuffled for so long to in preparation for. Asuin Heavy Ball, not the most useful pull just yet. Dimension Valley, an interesting one here. So potentially, if you do choose to play the Dimension Valley the quote-unquote other way up, it can act as a sort of collapse stadium on steroids, where you can put liabilities in the discard pile. Pheasantipity was in the prize card, so Hisuian Heavy Ball is going to join those other 5 prize cards. Is eyeing up Parallel City now? I don't know. See, the thing is that Dark doesn't actually. Well, you can see Phil's board is more or less in a way set up, right? Right. It doesn't have a lot in play. It's just got 2 really annoying, very powerful attackers, and then 1 potential attacker coming up. So Parallel City doesn't do an awful lot into Phil's deck because Phil doesn't need a huge bench space. Town map. Oh, there's the Beast Ring and the Purloin. I was also seeing Floatstone there is going to be annoying because if this air balloon does get thrown in the discard pile, Floatstone might have to be a choice for prize card taken, but it's definitely not one you want to make. And this is where I think the Adrena Brain onto the Glaring Weezing would have been a far more powerful play here for Matt, because it does mean that if he does attack with Munkidori, it is a knockout on this really irritating Weezing. And all these Pokemon in play, like this Tinkaton, which now is in play and ready to go, could use its abilities. But we have got Boss's Orders. Now, actually, okay, so Boss's Orders now. Boss's Orders is interesting. Yeah, this is going to give you... How much HP does that thing have? 60 or 70, the Sneasel? I can't tell from here. But once again, those abilities are going to be activated for Matt. Reversal Energy goes on the Tinkaton. Oh, so, excuse me, that's a Tinkatuff. Now, even though Reversal Energy's ability, as in it's like energy special, sort of the special text isn't activated, it is still counted as a special energy. So attaching a Psychic when it becomes Tinkaton still does give you that 180 damage. Phil here just reading teammates, making sure that he knows what his deck does. I think he just wants to make sure it's damage from attacks during your opponent's last turn. And I believe Twins just activates. Yeah, he is eyeing it up. So it is when your Pokemon is knocked out during your opponent's last turn. So a good time where Twins would not come into effect would be for Matt coming into this turn where Phil could just pass and the poison knocks out the Munkidori. Eyeing up the big Weavile and that very, very powerful Spiritomb. Getting rid of Munkidori is going to be a lot happier to build Spite. Though I'd still only maybe stick to 2. 2 Spite built. If Adrena Brain hits it, then it puts Spiritomb on to max damage, which I believe is 160. Eyeing up, of course, the Guzzlord. Darkness, somewhat of a one-trick pony in that sense. It's got the Galarian Weezing to slow your opponent down, big Guzzlord, and then support attackers. Just get things ready and then double prize with the Guzzlord. 246 if you can. Now, Phil has a few options here. Could potentially see a world where you scoop up next this Sneasel. Oh yeah, he's eyeing that up now. So scooping up the Sneasel is going to be pretty good. You're only losing 1 energy. You got another one in hand. Weavile does only need 1 energy as it happens as well, which is great. But definitely taking more than his 15 seconds per action here. You do have the Dark Patch in deck as well. Could also potentially eye up a supporter for next turn, maybe a Cynthia. Oh, Raihan is good. Raihan's very good. Now, if you play Guzzlord this turn and attach Basic Dark, you could see a Raihan. Is there another double colorless energy in the deck? There should be double colorless energy and twin energy. Again, they act as the same card, but the text is different. I think in this case of Jim Lee Challenge, you can just play both. I believe that's the case. And decisions have been made. That's the cards. Shuffling up. In all the fluff I've been talking, I haven't actually seen what he got with Twins. We're going to find out probably very soon here. Nope, he holds his hand up close to his chest. Okay, we've got Dark City, gets rid of the Parallel City, gives free retreat. And we're going to start building some Spite here. Weavile comes into play. Energy on the Spiritomb. Not going to need Guzzlord yet. Although I wouldn't be surprised if we see... Is that not just death? No. Okay, yeah, it's got 10 left. What would Phil get from the prizes? Now, double colorless is useful. Beast Ring is going to be very good. But again, that Galarian Weezing just causes so many problems. Malamar can't do anything. You know, if Matt had the Cypher Maniac available, or close to available, he could actually set up with a Malamar a nice big 200 damage hit. Matt must be one of the only players in the Pokemon TCG that thinks during his turn with his hand actually on the table. It's interesting. Definitely an interesting strategy. Quite jarring. I don't know how I would handle that as his opponent. It's quite interesting. Are we going to see... Is it Special Laser or something from the Iron Valiant? Here we go, back to PKMN cards. I think Special Laser is a damaging attack. Iron Valiant. Let's just have a look while he's doing that attack. Calculation. Couldn't have been more wrong. Calculation. Calculation, look at the top core cards of your deck and put them back in any order. Back over now to Phil. It's got to be feeling pretty good. Is that Muscle Band? Oh dear. And Guzma. Guzma's a big hit here. Guzma. Oh, it's going to activate the Monkey Dory though. But is going to take that Tinkerton threat off the board. Now I believe Weavile has double-digit HP. It doesn't have 100 HP, which means that if Phil follows through with this attack, which he could, then he activates Monkey Dory, which knocks out the Weavile, which is not good. Weavile right now does 100 damage because Matt has 2 Pokemon to play with an ability. I think he's just thinking about that now. The Spiritomb does have free retreat, which is pretty good. Oh no, I think he's changing. I think Phil's changing his mind and saying, no, I'm going to knock out Monkey Dory. Don't you just retreat back into the Galarian Weezing and then lock? Yeah, I think that's the play here. So, did Guzma just not do anything? Oh no, of course, Guzma did because Iron Valiant was in the active spot. Now Phil needs to eye up a prize card. Suddenly when you think about the Beast Ring, no, Drake's Trainer Mail only has a 2-card hand, must need it. Or definitely needs it. I've just seen the Dark City is in play, so even though Spiritomb had free retreat, he has doubly free retreat. Very, very, very free. The freest retreat. Pheasantipity in hand, still from that Hisuian Heavy Ball for Matt, but can't see it doing too much here just yet. Colrus. Now, Colrus isn't the most powerful card right now because there's not that many. Yeah, Phil just checking in on Reverse LNG. What does this card do? Too busy playing Lorcana. Yeah, Pheasantipity is not going to do an awful lot of damage. I suppose 1 energy, 60 damage. No, it's still not even a knockout. Jesus. It also needs to have that Darkness energy attached for the ability to take effect, but the ability would not take effect in Galarian Weezing at all because Galarian Weezing works through poison. There's a lot of hand gestures back and forth here. These guys really don't like each other. There's a lot of trash talk. Obviously, I've had to turn it off. This is no swearing on the channel if possible. So yeah, we cut that out. We play pretty dirty down here in Devon. There's always a lot of trash talking. You can't see it, but they are actually kicking each other under the table now. Also, whilst we speak, that is why the camera is wobbling. And you can see that bracelet that Phil's wearing. That was actually Matt's at one point. He won it off him in a slugfest, first to 100, base set to fossil format. He won it fairly convincingly, if I do recall correctly. But it did take a very, 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 very long time. Here's the Kirlia. Not going to do a lot, but it's going to get ready for that Gardevoir. Does big damage. I think ultimately against Darkness, you need to have something in play that's going to threaten the Guzzlord. If you don't have something in play that threatens Guzzlord, then you've got a real problem. And oh wow, Dimension Valley is pretty big. If no, he doesn't have it. If he had the Tinkerton, it wouldn't matter. it wouldn't matter because he can't fulfill the psychic energy requirement of the attack. But he is going to be able to do Tinker Tuff's attack, which is flip a coin, and then if tails, 30 damage apparently. Cool. Galarian Wheezing holding on, 40 HP left. He does have 130, I'll remind you as well, which is just a lot of HP. Right, what are we eyeing up? We're going to get either Professor Letter or the Quick Ball, and does choose Quick Ball. Plays Clara. Half plays Clara. Chooses to fully play Clara. And we're going to get back the Hooper that does not go into your deck, bud. Oh dear. Building Spite there, and is going to poison once again. Just keep the slow play going. Just keep the slow play going. Works very well in Gym Leader Challenge. Doesn't work so well in Standard. I mean, I remember doing this sort of strategy with Galarian Wheezing with Eternatus VMAX, and if you play too slowly, you just seem to end up losing the game, which is kind of annoying. Evolving into Tinkaton. Gives it 100 HP with that minus 40 from the damage from the poison, but also means it is no longer poisoned. Now Matt just needs a Psychic Energy, and is going to be able to fulfill the requirements of the attack of Tinkaton for 180 damage, which is kind of overkill at this point. Which is exactly what Phil wants. So Phil's setting up this situation where he's making it look as if, or he's kind of setting up where it is the case that the Tinkaton, which is the biggest threat for the Guzzlord, is the only Pokemon in play that can knock out this annoying Galarian Wheezing. Once Galarian Wheezing is knocked out, Tinkaton is going to get return knocked out, and then there's going to be one less Pokemon on the board that can deal with Guzzlord. 180 damage. You just don't even need that much. But there was no basic Psychic Energy in Matt's hand, which is kind of annoying. Here comes the Tomb. Phil now going to be wishing that Focus Band was on the Hooper, because that would be a knockout on the Tinkaton. 110 damage would be super good. But instead opts to utilize that Spiritomb. The stadium has gone into the discard pile as well. I'm not 100% sure why. I don't believe that is an effect of Spiritomb's attack. But there you go. There's no other stadiums in play, and I can't see a field blower that's been used from Phil in the discard pile. So, kind of random. Happy to admit, it could be me that's missing that, but I think that's a bit of a sus one. And Rescue Stretcher is going to be able to get that single Monkey Dory from the discard pile into play. There's no damage counters currently on that side of the board, so quite a greedy move. But you don't get a lot. I mean, you're not getting a lot from it currently. If you can switch into the Pheasantipede, that's an easy knockout. 1 energy does knock out, does do the job. But even though, once again, Phil has not got a lot on his board, it's something of a commanding lead, and that Weaver. Oh yeah, okay. So I just realised. Yeah, where's my Dimension Valley? There it is. Sorry, bro. That Weaver just hanging on with 30 HP left, and going to be able to finally open up the abilities on Matt's board. So there's Malamar. Here's Shining Arcana. Gets 2 cards off the top. One of them is a double colorless. The other one is a useless Mew. I think. Is there even... Yeah, so you don't even need to... Yeah, here comes... So Matt now just really holding on to the prize lead as best as possible. Now, if he does manage to take another KO... Oh, no, oh, no. Phil did take the Beast Ring. So here it comes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's happening. It's 2 prize time. There it is, Big Guzz. Two energy from the deck goes on to Big Guzz. Requires one more for the attack. Is there a dark patch in Phil's hand? I hope for his sake there is. That would be nice. That would be nice for him. One card. It's a boss's orders. It's not the gut. It's not the dark patch. That attachment might have been a little bit wrong there from Phil. He could have just well, not attached and just say waited for the double colorless. But hey ho, he's now going to get 5 energy on this Guzzlord by the looks of it. Perfectly timed beast ring there from Phil. Knew exactly where it was from the prizes. Able to capitalize there on Matt's need to keep progressing the board, and once again is able to neutralize that looming threat of the Monkey Dory, the Adrena Brain ability, which is just so powerful. Double colorless can accelerate the attack requirements of Gardevoir, but does not increase the attack damage. So double colorless energy plus the psychic energy would do, I believe, 60. But of course, we've got Malamar here to power things up. He's going to need to get that Gardevoir ready to blow up this Guzzlord pretty quick, or else the game is over. But no, chooses to attach to the Pheasantipede. Can the Pheasantipede knock out the Guzzlord? Oh, with the double colorless energy, maybe it can. 369. Guzzlord's going to have at least 4 energy, maybe 5, if Phil chooses to attach the double colorless. Okay, so this is actually interesting now. So maybe Pheasantipede. I really want to look the card up, but I just I can't spell that. Pheasantipede. Nope, can't spell it. Okay, we're just gonna have to roll with it. I believe it's 30 times the amount of energy. So if we attach that double colorless, I mean that's 150 by itself. Yeah, I mean that thing's long gone. So even though Phil has established the Guzzlord, it is at risk now of getting knocked out. But Guzzlord is going to put Phil down to 1 prize remaining. Can the Hooper do the pooper? Can the Hooper do the blooper pooper and assault gate for the game? 2 prizes apiece. Oh no, 2 prizes to 3. Excuse me. Feel perfectly happy to just promote that Guzzlord, attach the double colorless, and then Tate and Liza off the top. Now you don't actually need to shuffle your deck when you don't shuffle your hand into the deck because the deck is randomized. So that I'm pretty sure that is how it works. I'm gonna have to ask Alex Northey, our resident Pokemon professor, about that. Gets something off of it. What was that? Is there an Evo Soda in there? There's another Dark Pokemon. No, it's a Dark Claw. The Dark Claw is going to add 20 damage to Guzzlord's attack. Oh, he needs to, this Iron Valiant isn't even going to get knocked out, is it? It's got like 170 HP. Something insane. Yeah, the Iron Valiant's got 120, I believe, by itself base. 130. Psh, Jesus, these basics these days, man, they're getting huge. 130 HP basic. I thought that was big on the Galarian Wheezing. What do you do here? You just crunch. That's 140. Is that this freaking thing? Pokegear's not going to do a lot for Phil this turn, even if it didn't whiff. I know it hasn't whiffed. It's gone Gloria. Great. Phil there just illegally checking his deck. No problem. Also illegally dictating Liza, I believe. So may as well break 2 rules in 1 turn. Oh, wow. He opts to discard off the top. This is not a good position for Phil now. This has gone bad, bad, bad. See, this is what I was talking about, what can happen when you spend too long. Oh, wow, he's actually just going to take the knockout with the Iron Valiant. That's crazy. When you spend too long in the Galarian Wheezing state, just trying to lock your opponent out, they can just set up enough to get ahead when the Wheezing finally gets knocked out. So Matt's actually played this pretty well. He's going to guarantee 2 cards off the top, and then he's also going to be doing 200 damage off of that Iron Valiant. And I think that could be all she wrote here for poor Phil and his Guzzlord. Raw energy goes onto the Phasantipede just to make sure that there's nothing that Phil can do. My dog is barking in the background. And yeah, Guzzlord goes down. Doesn't even take a prize card, which is just really sad. I think Phil's just picking it up. Yeah, okay. So Phil takes the loss there. Congratulations to Matt. Plays very well there with the Psychic deck. Takes the win. Shows off why he plays the Iron Valiant. Actually, I'm surprised by it. I don't think Turo is in the deck. So, very impressive showing there. Good to see Iron Valiant doing something. And that is going to be it for this video. That was a bit more GLC action. Phil straight onto the phone. He's doing it Japanese style. I don't know what he's looking up. Let's just pause it before we get too far. Okay. That's going to be it, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. And please leave a comment and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.